Got 4 new albums from my new band. First up is a new album from Habibifunk. I love this label. They feature vintage music like soul and funk and jazz from the Arab world, and it's typically from the 60s and 70s. But this is a new record. This is Ali and Sharif Megabain Tarakat from 2025. Ali is an Indonesian funk band. It's a trio, drum, bass, and guitar, that blends Afrobeat, Middle Eastern melodies, and 70s psychedelic feel. And this is their third album. Their first album came out in 2023. The second one came out in 2025, the same time they put out this album with Sharif Megabain. Sharif has over 80 albums between his own name and different aliases and bands he plays in, and it's mostly instrumental, kind of like Italian movie soundtrack stuff, very cinematic with Afrobeat influences, and of course Middle Eastern melodies and classic like American soul feel to it. Like I said, mostly instrumental stuff. So this is a collaboration between the Indonesian psych funk trio and the Lebanese composer, and I really like this a lot. I even went and looked up Sharif Megabain's stuff and ordered another. Habibifunk put out one of his records. And I went and looked for Ali. Good luck. Their most recent album from 2025 is going to set me back like $140 just to have shipped from somewhere in Europe. So I'm going to hold off. Maybe some of their stuff will trickle over here. Maybe because people like me have heard this and are interested. I don't know, but Habibifunk, always a good time. Next up, Los Rogers. This is psychedelic cumbia from Peru from the late 60s. Los Rogers, this album is their only album. It includes their first 45 single and first and second 10-inch records, and that's it. It's tight Latin percussion, surf-style electric guitar, and it's a fine addition to my Peruvian guitar section that I started years ago. Cumbia is a Peruvian, it's percussion heavy dance music from Colombia. And chicha, which you might hear the term bandied around, was coined in the 60s, early 70s to describe this guitar heavy style of Peruvian cumbia. So this is the category this falls under, and Peruvian cumbia, psychedelic guitar-based Peruvian cumbia, or known as chicha, is fantastic fun music. It's party music, and there's several comps out there. Vampy Soul has 2 comps, and this is on Vampy Soul as well. So good work, and yet another European album I have to pay through the nose to have shipped here. The next 2 are from my Exotica section, and this is Swing and Fling with the music of Elvino Ray. He had a big band in the 40s, and guys like Billy May and Nell Hefty wrote material for him, and his sidemen included Paul Desmond, Bud Shank, Al Cohn, Zoot Sims. This was recorded with the baritone sax player Jerry Mulligan, and you might not know it when you listen to it, but then when it's pointed out to you, as I figured it out after I started listening to the record, you could totally tell it's Jerry Mulligan. His name is nowhere on here. I think it was added like in a later CD reissue featuring Jerry Mulligan. It's big, it's brassy, and it's got steel guitar fills that make it sound like an Esquivel record, only they don't do the whole stereo panning thing that Esquivel did, which is good and bad. I kind of like the stereo panning cheesy effect of all those Esquivel records, but I guess they can't all sound like that, or then it wouldn't be special. So if you like Esquivel, pick this up. It's a great record. And another one for the Exotica section, Percussion, Playful and Pretty, Bob Rosengarten and Phil Kraus. Look at that. And you got the 2 models fighting with cymbals on the front cover. This is spaceagepop orchestral stuff with lots of percussion. They were big in the late 50s and the early 60s, so this came out in 65 as kind of the tail end of anyone caring about these orchestral records, these orchestral pop records, just filled with zany percussion. They really capitalized when they first came out on the new stereo technology that everybody had, zipping from left to right and right to left. They don't do that much on this either. So this is a fun record. Garden and Krause were both percussionists and played on countless of these orchestral percussion records, so I guess finally decided to do it themselves. It's called, on the back, Spruced Up Mood Music. And like I said, like Swing and Fling, it doesn't do the stereo action zipping back and forth, but it's a lot of fun and if you like that sort of thing. And you can kind of dance to it. That's it.